Put on your headphones. Close your eyes. There is nothing to see here. Only a story to experience. Imagine that your extraordinary intelligence is the very thing that leads to your brutal end. Imagine understanding the mechanics of power better than the king himself. This is not a work of fiction, this is the true story of the man who saved the wisdom of the East but could not save himself, Abdullah ibn al-Muqaffa. A genius who died in flames because of the words he wrote with his own hand. In the 8th century, the Abbasid Empire was at the peak of its glory. Amidst these power struggles appeared a young man of Persian descent, with a masterful command of Arabic and a mind sharper than a blade. Ibn al-Muqaffa was more than just a writer, he was a master strategist. He is the one who translated Kalila and Dimna, a book many mistake for simple animal fables. In reality, it was a secret manual for kings on how to rule, manipulate, and survive in the den of lions. To understand why Ibn al-Muqaffa was so dangerous, you must understand his masterpiece, Kalila and Dimna. On the surface, it looks like a collection of animal fables, similar to Aesop's fables. But for the ruling elite, it was a coded manual for political survival. Through the characters of two jackals, Kalila and Dimna, Ibn al-Muqaffa explored the darkest parts of human nature, envy, betrayal, and the art of manipulation at court. He taught that the world of power is a jungle where the sharpest mind, not the strongest lion, wins. By translating this wisdom into Arabic, he wasn't just sharing stories, he was handing the keys of manipulation to the masses. To the caliph, this was an act of intellectual rebellion. Knowledge, when shared with the wrong people, becomes a weapon, and Ibn al-Muqaffa was the arms dealer. Ibn al-Muqaffa committed the ultimate sin mentioned in Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Law number 1, never outshine the master. During a critical political moment, the caliph, Abu Ja'far al-Mansur, asked him to draft a treaty of safety for the caliph's rebellious uncle. Ibn al-Muqaffa, fueled by his own brilliance, wrote a contract so legally airtight that it literally tied the caliph's hands. He included a clause stating that if the caliph betrayed the treaty, the entire nation would be released from their oath of loyalty to him. When the caliph read these words, he was outraged. He felt that this scribe was trying to control the empire from behind the scenes. Al-Mansur, known for his cold calculation, saw Ibn al-Muqaffa's intellect as a direct threat to his divine authority. The secret death warrant was signed that very day. The conflict wasn't just about a contract, it was a psychological war. The Caliph Abu Ja'far al-Mansur was a man obsessed with absolute control. In the world of high-stakes politics, there is no room for two masters. When Ibn al-Muqaffa wrote that safety treaty with such legal perfection, he committed an unpardonable psychological sin, he made the sovereign feel inferior. He showed the caliph that a mere writer could outthink a king. This triggered the caliph's deepest insecurity. Power is a fragile illusion, it only exists as long as people believe the leader is supreme. By proving he was smarter than the caliph, Ibn al-Muqaffa shattered that illusion. He didn't just break a rule, he wounded the caliph's ego, and in the history of power, a wounded ego is more lethal than 1,000 swords. His end was as horrific as it was cinematic. Ibn al-Muqaffa was lured into a trap, and his limbs were severed one by one and thrown into a burning furnace before his very eyes while he was still alive. He died at the age of 36, at the height of his intellectual power. Centuries later, the tragedy of Ibn al-Muqaffa still resonates in our modern world, from corporate boardrooms to political arenas. How many times have you seen a brilliant employee get fired because they outshined their boss? How many times has a visionary been silenced because they made the status quo feel uncomfortable? This is the shadow side of intelligence. Being the smartest person in the room is a gift, but failing to hide it is a fatal flaw. True mastery is the ability to influence without being noticed. It is the art of being the power behind the throne, not the target on it. Ibn al-Muqaffa gave us the light of wisdom, but he forgot to bring a shield for himself. The body was burned, but the words remained immortal. Without Ibn al-Muqaffa, the wisdom of Kalila and Dimna would have been lost to history forever. His story teaches us a chilling lesson. Knowledge is power, but knowing when to hide your intelligence is the true mastery. Never make your master feel threatened by your brilliance, or you might become the next victim of your own genius. If you want to uncover the secrets of power that this man sacrificed his life for, subscribe to Mastery Mind. In the next video, we will dive deep into the laws hidden within Kalila and Dimna that made kings tremble. Mastery Mind, where history meets strategy.